let's take a dive into some fascinating and, dare I say, quirky facts about the good old United States of America. So, grab your popcorn, fasten your seatbelts, and let's get this journey started. Did you know that the word okay was born in the year 1839? Yep, that's right! A New York newspaper introduced this gem, originally spelled all correct. You see, back then, they had a rather humorous way of saying all correct. They just loved their wordplay, didn't they? All correct, folks! OLLKORRECT! Okay, now, let's talk about tipping! In the land of stars and stripes, we've got a unique tradition. The United States is the only country where tipping is not just expected but considered rude if you don't tip. It's like a social currency. Want to make friends? Tip that server! But remember, folks, tipping is not a dance move. Although, it might give you some applause. And speaking of things that come in excess, did you know there are more drive-thrus in the United States than there are McDonald's restaurants? Yeah, you heard me right! We love our convenience, so much so that even our favorite fast food chain can't keep up with the number of drive-thrus we've got. It's like we're in a drive-thru frenzy, but hey, at least it keeps our cars well fed. Now, here's a drive-thru trend that'll make your eyes pop, literally! In 1968, Oklahoma became the proud home of the first ever drive-thru liquor store. Yes, you heard that correctly! While the world was busy trying to reinvent the wheel, Oklahoma was busy reinventing happy hour. Now that's thinking outside the bottle. So, as we continue our journey, remember to keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep laughing because that's what makes life truly enjoyable. But wait, buckle up! Because in the great state of Florida, where sunshine and surprises go hand in hand, they took the concept of drive-thru to a whole new level. Hold on to your hats because you can find a drive-thru funeral home there. Talk about a final ride with a twist, right? I guess it's their way of making sure your loved ones don't get lost on the way to the cemetery. Now, let's explore some fascinating laws that make you scratch your head and go, what were they thinking? The United States is the only country where it's legal to own a pet alligator. That's right! While the rest of the world might opt for a fluffy dog or a purring cat, we're here thinking, you know what? Let's get a snappy friend! Just make sure you've got a lot of love and a sturdy leash, because nobody wants to lose an arm to a friendly reptile. And speaking of peculiar laws, let's head to the state of Texas, where they've got their priorities sorted. In Texas, it's against the law to sell ice cream on Sundays. Yes, you heard that right! Ice cream Sundays? No, no, no! They take their Sundays seriously, and the only thing that should be served cold on that day is justice. So remember, folks, if you're craving a scoop, better have it on Saturday or prepare for a meltdown. Now, let's dive into some fascinating trivia! Ever wondered how Google got its name? Well, it's a play on the word Google, which is a mathematical term for the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. They wanted to show they could handle all the information in the world. But hey, can they handle all the cat videos we throw at them? I guess they're still working on that algorithm. Now, let's raise our glasses to the United States, the world's largest consumer of soft drinks. We love our fizzy concoctions. And did you know the average American consumes about 2.5 gallons of soda per week? That's enough sugar to fuel a rocket to Mars. We've got enough bubbles in us to float away like a parade balloon. Speaking of parades, let's talk turkey, or rather, let's talk Thanksgiving. The first Thanksgiving was celebrated way back in 1621 by the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag Indians. It was a feast to remember, filled with turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry sauce, green beans, and pumpkin pie. Phew! That's enough food to feed an entire colony, and when it comes to celebrating, we do it in style. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is the grandest parade in the world, and it's been happening every year since 1924. Giant balloons, marching bands, and enough confetti to turn the streets into a winter wonderland. Talk about a spectacle! If you haven't seen it, you're missing out on a parade that makes your everyday traffic jam look like a snooze fest. Finally, let's tip our hats to the Statue of Liberty, a magnificent gift from France to the United States in 1886. Lady Liberty stands tall and proud, welcoming people from all corners of the world. She's like the ultimate hostess, throwing open her arms and saying, "Come on in! We've got freedom, liberty, and all you can eat buffets." I hope you've had a good laugh and learned a thing or two about this wacky and wonderful country we call home. Remember, America may be filled with quirks, but that's what makes us so delightfully unique. So go out there, embrace the humor, and we will keep those fun facts coming!